Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. The first, thank you very much to the supervisor Mr. Yana SPDM Home and Mr. Lukman Arif Rahman MPD who has greeted me well. Hello, my name is Fahmi Gunawan. My student ID 1H220192 and my major is English Education Study Program, Faculty of Language Education INGGRIS Siliwangi. In advance, thank you for the opportunity that has been given to me. So, today I can present the result of my research entitled Developing Picture Series on Writing Descriptive Text using Canva for 10th grade student. Go slide. As part of a research, this research to presentation part. The first one, background of the research, and the second, objective of the research, and the third, research method, and the fourth, result research, and the last, conclusion. Okay, next slide. Writing. Writing is the fourth stage, a series of language skills that must be processed because writing can be confident that something has happened. Something important at some time. Knowledge of a history can be known by the public thanks to the writing that explain it. According to Erkan and Saban 2011, writing is an intricate activity that necessitates a confident level of writing convention. Linguistic knowledge, grammar, and vocabulary, and needs thinking strategies that let the language learners to express themselves proficiently in the other language. Writing is also a forum for skill for everyone who will form a thought or feeling into a work. The activity of producing a work that for the product writing that comes from a thought and is formed in the form of written work in the form of fiction or non-fiction. Meanwhile, to improve writing skill, there are far more complex challenges given that writing skills are active and productive. Next slide. There are four objectives of the research. The first one, to describe the process of developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student. And the second, to describe the feasibility of developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva according to expert and practitioner. And the third, to investigate student response toward picture series and teaching writing descriptive text using Canva. And the last, to investigate the obstacle of developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student. So, let's go to the next slide. Subject of the research. The subject of the research and development of the English learning picture series of writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student are two English education lecture. Will serve as expert validation according to the research taken from the Brook and Gold 1989 books, providing assessment on research tools and learning picture series to be developed. One English teacher and student from 10th grade of senior high school in Soreang to see the improvement and effectiveness of this picture series. There is a comparison between large scale studies with 28 students who were conducted after small scale trial with 12 students. The institution was picked as a study seat because it does not incorporate learning media into its curriculum. Additionally, I haven't written any descriptive text with learning unless using the learning picture series. So, next slide. Research methodology. This development research use research and development R&D method. Berg and Gall 1983 define R&D as a process to develop and validate educational product. Research step and development Berg and Gall include research and information collecting, planning, developing preliminary form of the product, preliminary field testing, revising main product, main field testing. Instrument of the research. The instrument is one of the essential while doing research in collecting data. Therefore, this study use several instruments. The first one, file notes. File notes were prepared after conducting a limited trial and a broad trial of research subject, according to Bannister et al. 1995. The following information should be recorded when making notes about observation. Second, validation sheet. The validation sheet is a sheet that makes it easy for the validator to provide assessment and suggestion for the instrument made by the researcher. In this study, validation sheets were made for 10th grade English teacher and supervisor as experts who will provide score related to the feasibility of using teaching material. The last questionnaire. The questionnaire is used to collect data about the feasibility of the research product in order to know student response. According to Sugiono, 2011, page 199. A questionnaire is a technique of data collecting conducted by giving statement to respondent to be answered. Next slide. The process and result of developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student. First one, potential and problem. This part of the research began with an interview with the English teacher of class 10. The purpose of the interview at the potential and problem stage was to discover more about the student general characteristic, initial requirement, learning media preference, and learning style. Interview with English teacher found that in general, student at one of senior high school in West Bandung High School had difficult understanding the material when learning to write English text, especially in recognizing text and arranging words to start writing. And the second, data collection. Following the up to that demonstration of something like the potential and problem, it is necessary to gather process data that might be used as material for the planning of particular goods that are expected to address this problem. Following the analysis of higher problem, information is collected. The basic problem is the unavailability of sufficient learning research for the 10th grade of the English high school. In addition, student comprehension of the typewriting is lacking. And the next, product design. The present of the picture series create, the researcher choose the Canva application as a tool for creating image picture. The Canva application allows students to access picture in a practical and efficient manner via a computer, laptop, or mobile phone. The Canva application also provides various types of material online, from greeting card, poster, brochures, infographic, to presentation media. And the next, design validation. The first product is complete. It is completed. It is reviewed by a panel of specialists made up of material content and design expert. The content specialist will assess whether the material is appropriate for the curriculum, as well as the accuracy, appropriateness, and correctness of the product content, as well the appearance, color, positioning of the pictures, and attractiveness of the media to be utilized. Yeah. The next, revisi design. Expert in material and design revisi assess the product suitability with the material and writing, as well as the quality of the content of the material and design. Some of the product written content is inaccurate and does not match the depicted picture. A new layout should be used to increase the product appeal in terms of media. To verify that this product is appropriate for use, experts have made all required adjustments. The next, product trial. The testing phase that researchers conduct involve small group trial and test to contrast the researcher acted as an English teacher at one of the senior high school in SIDANG prior to conducting the study. They evaluate and respond to product in terms of their design, construction, material, and educational value, teacher output, potential learners, and learning implementer. The next, and further revision. Next slide. The feasibility and validity of developing computer series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade students. Slide next. The result of teacher and student respond toward developing computer series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student. The first, the teacher respond followed by a calculate about. It can be seen that one teacher at a senior high school in West Bandung gave the product a very good rating because the total aspect evaluation was in a feasibility percentage of 98% category. Next slide. The result of teacher and student respond toward the developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student. The student respond small scale trial result. One of the senior high school in SIDANG was the location of this trial. After implementing the picture series, the student filled out the questionnaire for the response of the media. The finding from a questionnaire given to 10 students regarding a learning media picture series on writing descriptive text for 10th grade student, the resultant percentage of 10 student responses was presented as 79.83% by the referring to the classification of the average score that has been presented in the table 3.3. It was found that it was in the 63 80% interval. Therefore, it was categorized as good. Next slide. The result of teacher and student respond toward the developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student. The student response trial trial. One of Surrey Senior High School conducted a large-scale trial. A questionnaire was used to collect the data. Before completing the questionnaire, students learned by picture series and writing descriptive text. After finishing, 28 students respond to the questionnaire. According to the categories of the average score, the percentage of student response was 85 to 11%, starting to fall within the range of lebih dari 81%, and was thus considered to be very good. Next slide. The obstacle in developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade students. There will always be challenges in the putting this research into practice. Therefore, the many challenges faced during the research were handled at this point. These difficulties encountered when developing the series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade students are documented in journal. One example of the obstacle faced in the carrying out a preliminary study of the school, the researchers in English teacher to ask questions about the student and the learning process carried out at the school. However, the obstacle is it is difficult to determine free time to carry out interview. Next slide. Conclusion. First one. The process and the result of developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student was when well. Although through several obstacles, finally finished with the 7th stage. Thus are searched for potential and problem, data collection and product design, validation test, validation sheet, revision design, product trial and product revision, and final product. And the second, the feasibility and validity of developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student based on the accumulation of the validation sheet assessment. It has been calculated 0.8. In other words, the categories that in the criteria of validity is very high category. And last, the obstacle in developing picture series on writing descriptive text using Canva for 10th grade student is a scheduling interview with the teacher in preliminary study product. There is a problem with the limitation of students in Islamic boarding school, and another obstacle is the selection of research instrument for feasibility. Thank you for all. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.